Hey guys, welcome back to Coda's Arcade. This is Ashang David, and in this video, we are gonna talk about the selection sort algorithm. So now, for those people who don't know about the other algorithms which I'm doing in this current series, please go ahead and follow our new playlist that we have made. This is one of the videos in that playlist where in previously I have explained about different algorithms like linear search, binary search, recursive binary search, bubble sort algorithm, jump sort algorithm, jump search algorithm. A lot of algorithms I have talked about. So if you haven't watched those videos, I would highly recommend you go ahead and watch those videos as well. Now, particular video is on selection sort, as you can see in the whiteboard. In this video, I'll be explaining you about how you can apply selection sort into this array, and you can actually sort this array. So as we see guys, selection sort is a sorting technique and this applies you to select few items and sort. Let's understand about this. Now, before I start with this video guys, I would like to request you to people like, share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon also so that you won't miss any future updates. Right? Now let's get right into the topic. Now say suppose we have this array right here, and in this array we need to apply selection sort. So first of all, the basic techniques required to do selection sort is you should have, let's say we have a variable called as, I'm going to take a variable called as min, where I'll keep the minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a box right here and I'm going to say min. And I'll have a variable called as a temp where I'll keep the temp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the particular element in the iteration which needs to be sorted, and then what I'll do is I'll swap it. So we start from the beginning. This is our first iteration, and in the first iteration I'll assume that the first index itself, the zeroth index itself, is the minimum in itself. So I'm going to take 8 as minimum right now because 8 is in the beginning right here. So I've took 8 as the minimum most right now. What we are going to do is we are going to compare it with the next element right here. Is this, which one is minimum? Is 6 minimum than 8? Yes, of course, 6 is minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this 8 and I'm going to keep 6 in the minimum. I'll update the value of minimum here, which is going to be 6. Then I'm going to compare 8 with, I'm going to compare this minimum with the next elements. And we can see that which one is minimum. Of course, 1 is minimum than 6. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to 1 right here. And now this minimum will be, compared with the other elements. So 7 is not minimum, 4 is not minimum, 9 is not minimum, 2 is not minimum, 5 is not, 3 is not, and 10 is also not. So what happens is that we found this with the most minimum, and what we will do is now we will, because we were trying on the first index, we will replace this 8, we will replace this 8 by 1, and we will store that 8 right in the temp like this, and we will make this 1 as 8. I hope so that you are getting what I'm trying to say. This is how you will be doing selection sort. Now you see that the first element is already sorted and it is on the place, so you don't have to worry about this anymore. Now we will start again from this index, and you can see that now 6 can be taken as the minimum in this case. 6 can be taken as minimum in this case. So I'm imagining 6. Now comparing it with 8, which one is minimum? 6 is only minimum. Then comparing it with 7, 6 is minimum. Comparing it with 4, yes, 4 is minimum. So I'm going to take 4 as minimum. Now I'm going to compare it with 9, 2. 2 is of course minimum most. So in this case, I'll make 2 as minimum. Okay. And now you see that in the next other iterations, you will not find the next elements. You will not find in any minimum than 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this 6 right in the temp, and I'm going to replace it with the minimum, which is 2 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this and I'm going to say 2 right here. And in the place of 2, I will keep that temp, which is 6 right now. Understood? Like this. I hope so that this is very much clear to all of you guys. And now you see that two elements are sorted and two elements are on their own places, right? Now this will continue with other elements, and you can see now we can start from 8, which is second index. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare this 8. I'm going to imagine if 8 is minimum, and I'm going to compare it with 7. Of course, 7 is minimum. So I'm going to keep 7 right here. Okay. Then compare it with 4. Of course, 4 is minimum. So I'm going to keep 4 here. Then I'm going to compare 4 with 9, 6, 5, 3. 3 is going to be most minimum out of all of them. So 3. And you can see that even if you compare it with 10, 3 is only minimum. So what I'm going to do is save that 8 right here. And I am going to keep that 3 right here in this case, and with this will become 8 like this. I hope so that this is very much clear, guys. And like this we are selecting, and we are slowly we are sorting in this case. So if I continue here, I'll get this particular array sorted, and then finally I'll get the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is gonna be the answer, guys. I hope so. You have understood the logic for this algorithm really well. This logic states this is a selection sort algorithm. What we are exactly doing is we are selecting the element and we are swapping it with the minimum possible value. I hope so that this is absolutely clear to all of you guys. And the time complexity, if we talk about the time complexity, it comes around order of n square. Again, because we will be using a outer for loop and an inner for loop, basically nested for loops, just like bubble sort, we'll be using two for loops here. I hope so that this is very much clear. Now let us go to the code for this and let's understand this really well. So this is the code, guys, and let us understand about the code. So as you can see that we have the main function, and we have the selection sort function, and we have the swap function. So basically I have divided this whole program into many different parts. Of course, I'm applying the logic of what do you say, call by reference here, because as you can see that this is a separate function of what type void. We have already explained this in a different video, guys. So search for code is arcade call by value call by reference. I've already created a video on that, so there you will find me explaining about what is call by value call by reference. If you have not seen that, I'll give the link in the description as well. Okay. And yeah, this is our main function, this is our array, as you can see here, and we are taking the size, we are calling that function selection sort, and we are sorting. So as you can see here, I'm traversing through the array and I'm taking the minimum index. I'm assuming it as the first element I itself, and then I'm going to compare it with the second element, and if the second element is greater than the current element, then we will do the swapping, and swapping is done by this function. And if not, then we'll continue and we'll check for other variables. Like this we'll do selection sort. I hope so that this is very much clear, guys. This is it for this video, guys. I hope so that you have understood this really well. If you have any doubts, please tell me in the comment section below. I'll clear your doubts, guys. And that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you.